Welcome back. For more on our top stories, please visit Channels, our website, that's channelstv.com, and youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also watch us on the go on your mobile device. Log on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. Having the Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have the Eyewitness feature, so you too can be a part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions to share those pictures, videos, or news of happenings around you. The Cross River State chapter of the Nigeria Labour Congress says it's unhappy with the consultant handling the payment of local government staff salaries across the state. They hinge their displeasure on the fact that some staff of the council are yet to get their salaries for over 6 months. The protesters are demanding the removal of the consultants handling the issue, and the Commissioner for Local Government Affairs is suing the patients among those yet to be suing for patients among those yet to be paid, noting that the state government is following due process in the disbursement.
We're talking about non-payment of salary for over 7 months to our employees at the local government and some in the states. And for a very long period now, we have consultants who have come to the states, say they want to pay, they want to streamline our payroll system that have been working perfectly well. Unfortunately, they have disappointed us. We had series of meetings with the stakeholders in terms of the commissioners of finance and commissioner for local government affairs. Unfortunately, they have been all empty promises. So today, we have decided to have a peaceful demonstration by picketing the Ministry of Local Government Affairs and the Office of the Head of Service. Why are we picketing the Office of the Head of Service? We want the Head of Service to wake up. They have been sleeping. Let him wake up and do the needful.
I thought that NLC would have understood the top government, because the issue is not that there's no money to pay, but we want to get the authentic, clean salary payroll where those who are genuine workers are paid. Now, my appeal generally is that they should please, this government has been so nice to workers, and the local government staffs are not any exception.
Well, it's a different situation in Adamawa State, as the government says it's working out the modalities to pay about 4.7 billion naira out of the 4.8 billion first tranche it's received from the Paris Club for the payment of salary arrears of local government workers in the state. The Chief of Staff to the Governor, Abdulrahman Abba, says a committee which has the Commissioners of Finance, Information and Justice as members, with others drawn from Primary Healthcare Development Agency, the Nigerian Labour Congress, NOLGE and the NUJ, has concluded deliberations on the implementation of the decision.
When the committee sat down and received all the submissions of arrears from the various departments of government, we realized that the money is not going to be enough to pay off the salaries. The total salary to be paid for these 4 group of departments, that's local government, primary health care development agency workers, local education authority, and the political class, the total sum of money is 4,722,942,566.39 kobo. If you subtract this total from the main amount received as Paris Club, that is from the 4,894 billion, you find out that we will have a balance of 171,948,617.73 kobo.
The Nasarawa State Governor, Mr. Tanko Almakura, has debunked allegations by the Agatu community that he and his Benue State counterpart, Samuel Otom, have ceded a portion of their land to herdsmen during their visit to the area. He says all he and the Benue State Governor did was to mediate between both parties, after which a peace agreement was signed.
What we did in that mediation, contrary to what is bandied around by some mischievous individuals was to bring peace to bear on the Agatus and the Fulanis. We have not ceded any part of Agatu to the Fulanis at all. We have not created any grazing reserve. We have not earmarked any area as ranching area. What we did was to facilitate the usage of the routes that have been normal routes where the nomadic and migrating Fulanis are passing from Nasarawa through to Benue and onward to Kogi, Enugu, and other parts of the country south. We requested for about 3 routes that were the normal routes, but because of the sensitivity and sensibility of the situation at that point in time, we defined the 2. Only one was the one we agreed the Fulanis will be using. So that cannot be construed to mean creation of reserve or ceding of any part of Benue to the Fulanis.
There are conflicting reports on the arrest of Apostle Johnson Suleman, the General Overseer of an Abuja-based church, Omega Fire Ministries. While a source says he was picked up by the DSS early this morning for allegedly asking his members to kill any Fulani herdsman that strays into the church premises, the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor of Ekiti State, Mr. Idowu Adelusi, told Channels Television that the state governor prevented the DSS from arresting the pastor. Apostle Suleman has been very critical of recent killings of Christians in southern Kaduna by herdsmen during his sermons and has encouraged retaliation. The pastor, who was in Ado-Ekiti for a 2-day crusade that was also attended by Governor Fayose, was trailed after paying a courtesy visit to the governor at the government house to his hotel by operatives of the DSS, who almost forced their way into his room but were resisted by security men at the hotel who insisted on knowing their mission. As a number of people await the report of the Administrative Panel of Inquiry on the land dispute between Abagana and Enugu-Northia, the committee is undertaking a visit to the area for a final assessment of the situation. Leading the team is the chairman of the panel, retired Justice Chinyelu Anibogu, who appeals to all parties to suppress their emotions and give honest evidences to accelerate a settlement of the dispute.
It's a full team comprising the chairman and members of the Administrative Panel of Inquiry into Ubo Abagana Enugu-Northia land dispute. The first port of call is the scene of the mayhem of August 19, 2016 in Ubo, where youths allegedly from Abagana shot dead a young man, wounding 4 policemen, and also destroyed property worth millions of naira.
You will see the property on ground and the items which were attacked and destroyed. Then, as much as possible, we will ask the communities to give us an idea of their own version of the boundaries.
The divisional police officer of Ubo Divisional Police Station gives account on the violent attack.
My men were here that very fateful day when they were attacked at about 2 a.m. They used dynamite. Those closes there were equally brought down.
The panel also visits all the boundary locations in Ubo, Abagana and Enugu.
The original boundary from time immemorial goes even beyond Oyo.
The last location is in Northia, where the task of the panel is to determine the boundary of the community with Enugu, Ubo and Enugu-Agidi neighbors. At the end of the exercise, the chairman comments on their findings.
So let us leave a rich legacy for generations unborn, so that they will not live in acrimony, they will live in peace.
They've seen the extent of land Ndri bequeathed to its first son. There are land we have occupied for more than 1,000 years.
Now that the panel has seen things as they are, they now have a better understanding of the land dispute between the two communities and hopefully will be able to give recommendations on how best to resolve the issues.
When News Across Nigeria returns, we'll have more stories for you from the Southeast region. To stay with us.